This is Engaged Services, public company of Marston Holdings, and what they do is they usually deal with the difficult, well, people like me, who they can't threaten or can't bully. So, and what you're going to hear is there's about 6 recordings in one, because I'll show you how hard it was for me to track this woman down. The excuses that they come out with, well, I'll leave it to you to decide. But what they're going to do is, I can't get through to them, so you can hear the... I wouldn't even normally engage with Engaged Services, there's no point. But the courts, I spoke to the courts and I've got a recording of it, which will be uploaded shortly, because I've got a complaint still logged with the Ministry of Justice, so I ain't put no recordings up. The court case is finished, I've won that, but there's still a complaint pending, so I haven't put no court recordings up. But the court, I spoke to the courts and the courts told me to ring Engaged Services, and they was waiting for my phone call. So, and still they did this to me.
Thank you for calling Engaged Services. In order to provide the best possible service, our calls are recorded for training and monitoring purposes. If you are an engineer or warrant officer, please press option 1. If you are calling about a letter received from Engaged Revenue Protection, press option 2. If you are calling about a letter received from Engaged Warrants, press option 3. For all other enquiries, press option 4. All of our representatives are busy. Please remain on the line, and your call will be answered as soon as possible.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Victoria Crowley. She's expecting my call.
She's just on the phone at the moment. Can I take your name?
I'll ring back. When will she be free?
Possibly in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, so I'll ring back in 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
Okay.
Can I speak to Victoria Crowley, please?
Possibly. I'll see if I can find her for you. Can I ask who's calling?
What do you mean, possibly? I just rung you earlier. She said she'd be off the phone in 10 minutes. I've just rung back, like.
Yeah, it's just I can't see her from where I'm sat, so I'll have to go and try and find her. Can I ask who's calling to see if...
She's expecting my phone call. She knows I'm. It's from Cannock Court. They've told me to ring her.
Ah, right, okay. I'll let her know. Yeah, thank you for holding. I can't seem to find her. I'll have to go on a bit of a hunt and get her to ring you back.
It's all right. It's all right.
You wanted to call back on?
No, it's all right. I'll hold.
Well, the thing is, I'm not too sure where she is. I think she might have nipped out for lunch, someone said.
What time is your lunch break times?
Well, I'm not too sure how long she'll be. Half an hour to an hour.
You don't know what time your lunch breaks are?
Well, she's one of managers, and she doesn't really get lunch breaks most of the time. She goes out as and when.
Well, what time do you think she'll be back?
Half an hour to an hour. I'm not too sure. I couldn't say specifically.
Well, I'll tell her I'll be ringing back at 2 o'clock. Can you insist that she doesn't take any calls and waits for my phone call, please?
I can try my best. Yeah.
What do you mean, try your best?
Well, I can try my best to make sure she's around, but I just hope she's back by then.
Well, does she normally have late lunches?
I'm not too sure really. She goes out as and when. I can't really say specifics because I don't know.
Oh, okay. So, what do you suggest then?
I'll get her to give you a ring back when I can find her. If there's a number you'd want me to get.
See, like I've played the Kansas City Shuffle before when I've had people call me back. This is not my first complaint, like, so I'll ring you if that's okay, because if you don't, you're back. So what I'll do is I'll ring you back at 2:10 again. If you could convey the message that I need to speak to her. Cannock Court have said that she's waiting for my phone call, and these phone calls are recorded, so if she doesn't speak to me today, I'll just send all these recordings in an email to Cannock Court and then say that they won't speak to me, which is what I said in the first place. Do you understand that?
Yeah, okay, I'll let her know.
Yeah, please do. I'll be ringing back at 10 past. Thank you.
Yeah, Ryan speaking.
Hello, can I speak to Victoria Crowley, please? Crowley.
She's still on the phone at the moment.
I see her. How long do you think she'll be on the call? Can you ask her and I'll call her back?
I don't know how long. She's in another room in a meeting on the phone.
Well, this is the third time I've tried to reach you since. See, well, it is Cannock Court have told me to speak to this woman personally to find out what's going on with the court case. I've rung so far, she's been on the phone call, she's been out to lunch. She's back on the phone call again. She knew I was ringing at 2:10 and she's back on the phone again. And I don't want her to call me back because I've heard this before, like, so I'd just like to speak to her.
Can I take your name and I'll
not really, because
I'll be able to message her now because she's on her laptop as well, so she'll see it.
So you can actually see her?
No, I'll message her now because she's on her laptop as well, so she'll see my message.
She already knows who I am. I just want to speak to her, please. Yeah,
can I take your name? Because you said she's going to call you.
She already knows who I am. Just say it's the Cannock Court call that she's been waiting for. Off a cut. She knows who I am. She don't need my name. I've rung 4 times. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just writing a message to her now.
Yeah, just say so. I'll hold the line if you want. You know what I mean? I'll hold until you speak. So I'll go to the other room if you want, mate. I don't mind waiting. But I need to speak to her either now or now.
Yeah, fine. 1 second then. I'm gonna quickly try to get her attention then to let her know that you've been awaiting a call for her and you're on the line now.
You don't have to quickly get her attention. You can get it slowly if you want. I don't mind waiting.
Alright, okay. I'll just put you on hold then.
Yeah, fine.
I'll be back soon. Hey mate, I'm going to quickly transfer you through to her.
Thank you. God, you're harder to get hold of than the Prime Minister.
I do apologise. I run a very busy department.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to speak to you. What's going on? I've been told by Melanie Williams to give you a call.
Okay. Can you just confirm some security for me? Your name and address, please.
I don't have a contract with you, so I can't do that. I can only confirm what you've got on the court case that you've applied for. That'd be.
But I can't go into any details on my system.
Well, I don't have a contract with you, so how do you suggest we proceed?
Is it relation to an energy case?
It's a relation to a form that you've had me filling under duress. That's brought the court case against myself, and the fact that you've done it against me twice, which is Protection from Harassment Act, and the fact that I'll be bringing a civil case against your CEO. Who is your CEO, please?
I can get all of that to you once you give me all of the information from the account for me to be able to...
You can't tell me who the CEO is?
But I need to log it with everybody in the relevant department to get you all of the information, because it would do it all in writing for you.
Well, I don't have an account with you. The only account I've got with your company is an account that you've gave yourself. Any kind of numbers or anything you've got with me, you've got nothing. It means nothing to me. You don't have
we don't act on our own behalf. We act on behalf of different energy suppliers.
Well, you've acted illegal on behalf of SSE this time, because I've got the form that you filled in. I'm very aware, and what you did, you've made me fill in a form under duress. You then used that form to bring a court case against myself in secret.
Right, so you've just mentioned this for SSE. So is your energy supplier SSE?
My energy supplier, no, because SSE don't supply energy. My energy supplier is a Great Western Northern, or whatever it's called. Great Western, I can't forget. Right. Great Western Power Distribution, who supplies me energy.
That might be one of the fuels. That could be your gas.
No, I don't have gas. This is another part of the complaint. I don't have any gas here. You're applying for the 1954 Scapa gas and pipe fittings for a gas issue that I don't have, that you've withdrawn, that you've never reapplied for again. So, and that doing something twice to somebody constitutes the Protection from Harassment Act 1997. So now your CEO is liable for that, which is what I'll be pursuing him for. I was going to go after, Stacey Birtwistle, because she's the one who did all this, but it's vicarious liability, puts your CEO responsible for this, and now I've been told to contact you by the court to discuss the case that you're again preparing for court, and you've just had to withdraw the exact same thing on the 24th. Do you care to explain?
Like I said, I can't give any details at the moment until you can confirm anything we might have on the system to do. So I need to know who I'm speaking to and the address that it's in relation to, so I can bring everything up on my.
You don't have my. You didn't apply for a court case with my address. I've got the paperwork. I've got the emails. Took me three phone calls to get them, and I've got the phone calls recorded. You didn't use any kind of an address to apply for a court case. I've sent you a subject access request. I've already reported you for that. I've got to wait the 28 days till you dishonour that, and then I'm going to report you for failing to honour a subject access request. I've sent you like 15 to 20 emails that you've just ignored. You've failed to inform me of any kind of court case. I am not your customer. I don't do any business with you. I've got nothing to do with Engaged Services, and you've took it upon yourself to apply for a court case in my name against myself. I hate to break it to you, but you can't be a complainant and a defendant in a court case, which is what your company has done, which is hardly surprising because it's a corrupt company. You've changed your company name 8 times since 2010. Why is that?
It's not us that has to go to court for anything. We never decide that ourselves. We get instructed on behalf of different energy suppliers.
It doesn't make no difference who you've done it behalf of. Protection of Harassment Act states this: if you do something twice to somebody and you cause me alarm, harassment or distress, that's harassment. You're guilty of breach of that, and that's what you've done. I suffer with mental health issues. You've caused me nothing but alarm and distress and harassment, and then the 24 days you drop the court case. Why? And then you reapply for it again, using the same dodgy methods that you've already used. And this is all that your CEO's do. So I want to know who your CEO is. So can you tell me who your CEO is, please? Because he's having civil action against him.
Just bear with me one moment.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. I've just been checking with my higher management, and they have advised if you want that information, it will be available all on our website, Marstons Holdings, who we are under.
So you ain't going to tell me who your commercial director is?
No, you will need to get all of that information off our website.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the secret?
Sorry?
Why is it so secret?
There isn't a secret. The information is there available for you to gather. We want to try and help with your query, but you won't give us any information for us to do that.
Well, see, that's not. I've been told by Melanie Williams to speak to you personally about the ongoing court case. You're telling me that I can't pass. I've already spoke to the court and said, explain to them that you won't speak to me. So I'm going to take all the recordings that I've got today and then send it to the court and explain that you won't explain to me about a court case because I can't pass DPA to an account that I don't have with you.
But there would have been information letters that you would have received.
I've received nothing from you. I've received something from SSE who made me fill in that form, you know, the one that you took me to court against myself, and I sent that to SSE, they sent it to you. I don't do any business with your company. I don't have a contract with you. I don't have an account with you. The only account that you've got is what you've attributed to yourself to try and verify it, and you want my details to put to your account, which is called Joinder, which then legitimises your account, which I don't have with you.
But it's not our account, it would be the energy supplier's account that we're dealing with.
I've already confirmed this with the court. Who was bringing the court case? Engaged Services. You've done this twice, like I said. I've explained this to you. It's Protection of Harassment Act. I've sent you lots and lots of emails, you won't answer them. I've tried to engage you won't speak to me. The courts have told me to ring you and still you won't tell me what's going on with the court case.
I spoke to the court and told them to give us a call.
So
But anybody that rings us, we need to cover data protection because we need to know what we're talking about and that we're talking to the correct person to give the information to.
But I don't have an account with you.
Yes. But like I said, you may not have the account, but the energy supplier will have given us your details.
So what did you apply for the court? What did you apply for the court case with then? What if you tell me what details you applied for the court case with? I'll give you those details.
I can't give you that information. I need you to confirm the information to me. So
what information do you need me to confirm?
Your name and the address and postcode.
That ain't going to happen. I don't have an account with you. Like I says, I am not your customer. You've applied for a court case while claiming that I'm a customer who's applied for this court case. It doesn't make no difference whether you ignore me or what you want. I've just been told to speak to you by the court. That's the only reason I'm ringing for. I've already told the court that you won't speak to me. They says you've got the information, so You've already done this once and you've had to have the warrant withdrawn. You're now doing it again in secret and you're refusing to give me any details.
I'm not refusing to give any details, sir.
Well, you clearly are. Like I said, I can't pass the EPA because I don't have an account with you.
Okay. Then what you would need to do then is you need to get the information. If you won't give it to me and you say the account's not with us,
Give you what information?
Are different energy suppliers. So SSC, you're saying you've already spoken to them. They're the ones that want us to take the action.
You've already took the action and you're taking it again. You've already withdrawn the warrant because you can't face me in court because you'll lose in court. It's that simple. And you've gone about it in a very nefarious way. You've forced me to fill in paperwork that's brought a case against myself, and I've got the paperwork and I've got the emails from the court, and you're now preparing to do it again twice. You've made me fill in the same paperwork again that you've just had to withdraw. That's called harassment. So your CEO, Michael Wolf and Dane, or whatever his name is getting civil action because the responsibility lies with him. I thought it was Stacey Birchall, but it's Michael, it's your CEO, he's responsible for this, so he's going to be getting a civil suit for this. So whether you ignore it or not, it doesn't really matter, and I'm going to let him know who's responsible for it, which is you and Stacey Birchall. Because you won't speak to me about this, you won't inform me about this, you're clearly in the wrong here, you won't address it, you won't offer any kind of remedy, you won't even try to make amends, and you won't even hear it.
We want to try and help you, but
You're not trying to help me, you're not helping me, but you think that I think that you're sitting there trying to help me. You've tried to take me to court, not once, but twice, by making me fill in paperwork under duress to bring a court case against myself, where I'm both defendant and complainant, and causing me loads of distress, living in fear, behind a locked door, and the fact that you're going to turn up with your bailiffs. You leave me like that for 2.5 months, then one day before the court case you withdraw the case, and then you do it to me again. Are you kidding me? Surely you must see how bad that is. And you've done it again by doing the same methods, and I've got all the paperwork and all the documents. You won't speak to me, you won't address this, or you just keep saying to us, you can't pass the EPA. I can't pass the EPA because I don't have an account with you. The only details I can give you is what I've supplied you in the subject access request that you've ignored, which is the details you've used to bring the court case about. Nowhere in any kind of paperwork is my address or my name. I've got all the paperwork. So you tell me how I can pass the EPA regulations with information that you haven't got from me?
Was the letter addressed to yourself?
Say that again.
And with the letter that you received?
I haven't received anything from you. Let me explain something to you, Victoria. I'm very well aware how a contract works. I'm very well aware of the way you lot operate. I'm very well aware of the court situation. I'm very well aware how you've paid for this court in secret by taking me to a criminal court for a civil issue, for the gas issue that I don't have. You've had to bottle it at the last minute because if you'd walked into the court, the person who'd walked into that court would have been committing perjury, and I would have pursued him for it. And now you're doing it to me again. You won't speak to me, you won't offer any kind of remedy. All you just keep saying is, we won't speak to you because you can't pass the EPA regulations. But that will do you no good when it comes to Michael Wolfton answering these charges in court, civil court. Because that's my position, because you won't engage, you won't talk to me. All you keep doing is with your threats, intimidation, you do it to me again. You should have been aware. I don't know whether you've done due diligence or a health and safety risk assessment, but I've got mental health issues. It's on SSE's computer systems. You've just ignored all of that, and you've caused me sheer distress, and now you're planning to do it to me again, and you think I'm going to allow that to happen when you've already just withdrawn it, and now you can just think you can do it against me by ignoring me. I've caught you out. I have the paperwork. I am taking it further. You don't want to discuss none of this, so you can. So Michael Wolfton can explain it in court, and I'd like to see him do that, because not only are you just going to have my case, if I win any kind of a case here, I'm going to make sure that freedom of information request goes into your company. I'm not talking about your shell company Engage. I'm talking about Marstons, because we really know who your masters are. And have a freedom of information request to see how many people you've done this to. And if I can get my solicitor to contact them, you'll be having a class action lawsuit, because what you've done is clearly illegal. You can't be in court and be both the complainant and the defendant, and that's what you've done. And how many times have you done that to people? And I'm going to expose you for it. And you don't want to discuss none of that with me.
No, what I'm trying to say to you is we're acting on behalf of any...
You can act on behalf... It doesn't matter who you're acting on. But listen, Servants act on behalf of the Queen, but you rarely see them giving the Queen speech on the balcony, do you? It doesn't matter who you've acted on behalf of. The fact is, you've broke the law, you've caused me distress, and I've caught you out causing me distress. I have the paperwork and I have the emails, and you've caused me utter distress, and your answer to that is, we can't talk to you because you can't pass the EPA. That might work at this stage, but in a couple of months it ain't going to work. And you're Michael Wolf.
Sorry to interrupt today. If you've received paperwork, surely there will be some sort of account number, your name or address on the letters.
The only account number you're getting from me is the account number with SSE, because that's the only account number that I know. I have got no account number with your company. I have got no contract with your company. I do no business. You applied to a court by saying that I'm your customer. Do you understand making false representation to a court how bad it is? The court.
We don't say that we don't say you're our customer. We say we're applying on behalf of the energy suppliers.
No, that's a lie. I've got the paper.
No, you're not.
Well, okay, then there you go. That's a lie. That's another lie that I've just got you caught out recording, because I've got the email that says a customer has requested Cannock Court. A customer. I'm the customer. SSE didn't request Cannock Court, did they? I did. So how can SSE be the customer? So that's another lie you've just been caught out on. So thank you for that. I've got the email. It doesn't say that. That's all it says. See, what it is, what you've done is, you haven't followed the criminal procedure rules where only the police or the CPS can bring up, and you haven't followed the civil procedure rules in the court. So what rules have you followed? If you followed the civil procedure rules, I'd have a chance at a counterclaim. You haven't done that. You've just submitted paperwork and you've been caught out. I've caught you out doing it. Normally you get away with this 99.9 times, but you ain't going to get away. You've been caught out this time. And I've got the paperwork, and you've just lied basically to me on a recorded phone call yet again. And I've got the email.
So you're a customer of an energy supplier, and we're actually
I am not a customer.
Energy supplier.
I'm not a customer.
You're a customer of the energy supplier.
No.
That's how they've been.
No. See again. See what is again? You missed. That's wrong. I'm not a customer. I'm not. I dispute that I'm a customer. It's as simple as SSE don't have a contract with my signature on, and I know they don't need contracts in the utilities things. However, you do need a terms and agreements. You do need my signature on a thing called terms, conditions and agreements. You don't have that signature. So when they passed my information to you, again, they did that illegally. I've already reported them for it. It's like I said, you don't have permission to do anything against me. You're a third party interloper company who I do no business with, who's pretending that I'm your customer when I'm clearly not. And this is what's going to be dropped at Michael Wolfden's feet, or Wolfenden, whatever name that is, whatever, his feet. And so you might want to, it's all going to be your fault, and you lot won't do anything. You won't even tell me about the court case that you've just withdrawn it, and now you're doing it again to me.
For me to get into anything, I need to cover data protection.
Listen, right, I know the 2018 Data Protection Act better than you. Data Protection Act better than you. Believe me, I do. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to form a thing called joinder, where I give you details to a contract that I don't have with you, but as soon as I give you my details, that forms a contract, and then you apply that to your number, and voila, I'm now a customer. Well, that ain't going to happen. Like I said, I'm wise to you. I'm very aware of how this process works. So what you think is going to work on everybody else will not work on me. So that's why I can't pass your DPA, and I can explain that in court. When you get to court, you won't be able to produce any kind of a piece of paper that says I'm a customer of yours, only what SSE's supplied you illegally. So how are you going to explain that? So I can't pass DPA because I don't have a contract and I don't have an account with you. You've just got a magical fictitious account where you've just this is what you do normally. I'm very aware wherever you work, Victoria. You know what I mean? I know you companies work inside out. And what you do is you've been caught out this time, so you can deny it or cover it up as much as you want. But bottom line is, let me know when you get to the point, oh bollocks, we've been caught out, because that's what you have been done. And now you don't want to address it, which is okay, fine, we'll address it in court then, if that's the way you want to play. But this is not coming to your company, it's coming to your CEO. Now all I want to know from you is what is going on with this court case. Are you? Because I'm sending these recordings straight as soon as I get off this phone. I'm sending them to Melanie Williams, team leader, to show that you won't tell me nothing about a court case that she said that you would. So you'll be getting another phone call from Cannock Court again.
That's fine. I'll go speak to Cannock Court myself as well.
Well, I think you should, because it's simple. This is simple. They won't confirm that there's another court case. You won't confirm that there's another court case. And all this time you've been trying to get me in court in abstainia, which means in my absence, because for you to make all this work, it's got to be in my absence. And that's the only way it can work. That's why. Why did you withdraw the case at the last minute? Oh no, you can't talk to me because of DPA. Hello?
That's correct.
I already know, because that's what you're going to say, because that's what you're trained to say. The point is, I'm trying to make out is, how can I pass DPA to an account I don't have with you?
Because you've said that you've got an account with SSE and
No, I haven't said that. You've said that.
on their behalf.
No, I've got a consumer credit agreement with SSE. I don't have anything else. SSE don't supply me anything. I know how that scam works as well. So, you won't talk to me, you won't, on a subject access request, you won't talk to me about the case. You won't speak to me even when Cannock Court have instructed you to tell me what's going on. Does that about sum this up from you, Victoria?
But Cannock Court can't just instruct us. They will have to cover data protection. Anybody that
then why has I've got a recording of Cannock Court from telling me that they've instructed you to tell me to speak to you about what's going on with the court case, because they can't tell me, because they don't know where you're at with the case. But you've had me fill in that form again, let me explain these words to you, under duress. You've made me fill that form in again and send it all in again so you can prepare another court case in secret. And now you won't tell me anything, and Cannock Court can't tell me anything. They've instructed you to tell me something, and now you're saying to me, you can't pass the EPA. So you think that I'm going to allow you to bring another court case against me after the one you've just lost in secret? Do you think I'm going to allow that to happen, regardless if you don't give me any kind of information? I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. I'm not one of these people who don't know how it works. I do. So,
we're not getting any further forward, so I'm going to go speak to Cannock Court, let them know about our discussion, and until you can confirm the information that I need, we can't discuss anything with you, sir.
Well, how are you bringing a court case against me then? Where's your statement of truth? What court cases you've got? Do you understand about the Fair Trial Act, the Human Rights Fair Trial Act? You've got a duty to explain to me about any kind of court case. You're bringing a court case against me yet again through nefarious ways. So, and you won't speak to me, and you won't tell me about anything after you've been told to speak to me. When you ring Cannock Court, that's for...
I have stuff that we need to follow. We have to follow GDPR regulations.
Yes.
You can't confirm information. I can't give you any information.
What information do you want?
Like I said, the name and address.
That's not the information you've used to apply for a court case.
But if you received any letters from us...
I haven't received any... Are you not listening? I haven't received any letters from you.
You said you received a letter from SSE and then one from us and filled it in under duress.
Yeah, the letter said, fill this in and return it to Engage Services, but I don't contract with you, so I didn't return it to them. I returned it to SSE because I know better, and then they provided it you again illegally. Then you used that document to apply for a court case. Nowhere on that document, and I've got them, and I've submitted them, and I've wrote all over them, defaced them, because I know it's not a court document, because I've spoke to the Law Society. All court documents have numbers on them, serial numbers, so you can duplicate them easy. That's a document that you wrote yourself, and I'd like to know where you get the authority to put on a document that says to me, if you do not fill this in, we will proceed in your absence and bring the court case against you. Where do you get the authority to say something like that on a document?
All documentation like that has been agreed between the energy suppliers and...
Energy suppliers? Who benefit? I'm talking about the law here. You might have your terms, conditions and policies, but I know it might be a culture shock to you, but the law trumps all them. The law. You're in breach of the law. Never mind your policies, procedures, terms and conditions and contracts. All that means nothing to me. It means nothing in court either, because it doesn't trump the law. And bottom line is, you've broke the law and you've been caught out, and you're preparing to do it again. You must be stupid, to do it. You just had to withdraw the warrant at the last minute, the day before, and you've already done it again to me. What are you going to do? Withdraw the warrant again? Because we're going to go through the same process. My court case is already done. I'm looking at it now. It's been done for months. And so you're going to think you can get away with doing it all again to me by not speaking to me and ignoring me, which is, again, is one of your tactics. Well, you've already done it to me.
So we have to with you. So
I've got all the emails that I've sent you.
we're not getting any further forward. If you can't confirm the information, I can't give you any information and advise you what you need to know. So I'm going to terminate the call. I'm going to go speak to Canuck, let them know what we've discussed, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Well, okay, so let me just clarify then. You're not hearing my...